Multiple streams of income. People say that that is one of the best ways to grow your business. Just having more and more and more lines in the water, right? People think of it like fishing, like you have a line in the water to catch a fish, and the more lines you have, the more fish you will catch. The question is it true? The answer is no, it's not true. And I'm going to prove to you today how the traditional concept of multiple streams of income will actually make you go broke. In fact, if you are practicing that right now, you might not be in business next year. So, if you are ready to figure out, do multiple streams of income really work? And if they do, how to use them? That's exactly what we're talking about today on Iconic TV. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. This is our topic today. How do you grow multiple streams of income in a way that really works for you and for your business? Because every week we come here and give you simple strategies that you can deploy right away to grow and scale your business. Not everybody's ready for scale, but a lot of you might be ready for growth. And so, what we like to do is show you the way that you can take your business from 6 figures, scale it out to 7 figures, and do it in as little as 1 year or less without the stress and the struggle and the overwhelm that so many people experience. And so, what we're talking about today is one of the requested topics. And if you have a topic, go ahead and subscribe down here somewhere. Okay. Go ahead and click. Whether you're watching, let me know. Where are you watching? Are you watching on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn? Click somewhere to subscribe, join our group, and that way you will always get the freebies that we give out and the giveaways and the replay. So you can watch this again and again on your time and actually put everything into play. So I want to make sure that you understand these are money fixes. What we're doing here is helping entrepreneurs fix their money issues. And most people don't have a right strategy. So we want to talk about this today and figure out, how do you actually have a way to make money with multiple streams of income, which is not going to drain your pocketbook? So if you guys are ready for that, give me a thumbs up. Yes, who's ready? Okay. This is going to be a fast show, but please take notes, grab your pen, grab your paper. We have got some really amazing nuggets that we're going to go through today. Okay. So here's the question. Why are you stuck? Are you stuck? Like, you're just like, I'm halfway through, but I can't get all the way to the other side. Like maybe you want to get to 6 figures and you can't. You got a little bit of your head in there, but not enough. Okay. So why is it? What is happening in your business that is making you stuck? What do you think it is? Put it in the comments. Let me know why you feel that way. And here's the thing. A lot of people are focused on the wrong thing. First of all, you have to know exactly where you're headed, right? So, there's a cow trying to get through a fence when there's actually an open gate just down the road. Okay. Most people are trying to get in the wrong way. And this is what I'm going to prove to you today. Okay. So the question is, are you focused on making money? Or are you focused on building wealth? The way you answer that today is going to determine how you look at multiple streams of income. And what we focus on at the Iconic Brands is making you have an iconic brand, an iconic business that becomes a legacy business that you can decide, what do I want to do with this? Do I want to grow this? Do I want to sell it? Do I want to pass it on to my family or just sunset it when I'm done working? You have all these options where a lot of times people really don't have an option. Okay. So here's what we're talking about. I really want you guys to see this. Okay. Think of this as multiple streams of income like a tree. Okay. There's the roots and then there's the fruit. And when people are thinking multiple streams of income, they get this wrong. They are trying to create a forest. Okay. And that doesn't work. A forest won't work having a whole bunch of trees, especially as you're starting out. And when people really get this wrong? People get this wrong when they're going for their business. Maybe they've been in business a few years and it's not growing as fast as they wanted. They're not making as much money as they want. They're working harder, but they're not seeing their family. The whole idea of getting into business and having freedom isn't happening. Why? Because they're trying and planting too many trees. You need just one tree, okay? You need to be singularly focused on one tree. And how does a tree really grow and stay, right? These, if you've been through the California forest, right, and they have these huge trees you can literally drive under. It's because they have really solid roots. And so you need to have these solid roots. That's the basis of these multiple streams of income we're going to talk about today. The better your root system, the better your fruit system, right? And so I want you to think about this. We're going to dive into how does this apply to your business and multiple streams of income, okay? Because what you really want to focus on is having integrated cash flow systems, okay? You don't want isolated independent systems. Let me show you here. This is an example here, right? So this is a chain, right? We use everything in squares and cubes because there's a reason. Every step that you do in business, you only need 4 of them, okay? And that's a perfect example of 4 sides, okay? So you want your multiple streams integrated, okay? You don't want separate ones. And this is what I want you to hold on into your mind. Is the one thing you're doing, is it just one thing, right? One chain? Or do you have a whole bunch of cubes all over the place? That's the difference. And so when you look at that picture, that's the sign I want you to see is they all work together. It's a system, but it's still one thing. Okay. Now, multiple streams of income, there's books on it. It's everywhere. People say, oh yeah. And they attribute it to certain people, even like Robert Kiyosaki or somebody else. But those people are still just doing one thing. Okay. So here's the difference. You have to pick what side you want to be on. Okay. So on one side of things, you're spinning plates, right? Okay, I've got this going over here and this going here and this income here and this income here, right? You're like that plate spinner. Now, the iconic way to build it is to have one plate, which has different divisions in it. Okay, that's the smart way to have multiple streams of income. You don't need separate streams. Okay, you need one stream with different divisions. Okay, so we're just going to eat off of one plate. It makes it a lot simpler. Now, I want to give you this example so you really understand the power of this. This is all, again, one of the fulcrums of growing a 7-figure business that we teach to all of our clients is the power of singularity. And if we look at a Clydesdale horse, right, you think of Budweiser, right? And they have those commercials with the Clydesdale horse. And these are draft horses, right? They have a very distinctive style, a dominant stature. They just look different than everything else. These are clues for what you need to do with your business. All right. So let's take a look at the whole concept of this and how it works in your business, right? The average Clydesdale weighs around 2,000 pounds and it pulls around 8,000 pounds. So these can lift quite a bit, right? Now, that's just one, okay? If you put 2 of them together and they work together, right? They're pulling one thing. Guess what? They have 4 times the power, okay? So think about that. When you might have 2 similar streams, but under one business, one focus, you're going to get 4 times the power. There's that magic number 4 again. Now, here's an interesting fact, okay? When you do this, when you actually take the power of these Clydesdales, okay, and when they are trained together, it's not the 24,000 pounds that they can pull, just 2 Clydesdales together, trained together, pull 32,000 pounds. That's 25% more power than if they weren't trained together. Okay, does this make sense? There's a power of compounding these and doing one thing, but enforcing it, doing it all together under one umbrella. Okay, this is why multiple streams of income in all these separate areas does not work. Show me somebody who's done it and has been successful at it, and it's not the big companies. These are some of the biggest companies out there: McDonald's, Zara, and fashion, Warby Parker, sunglasses, Nike, Mercedes. They all have their one thing. They stay in their lane. FedEx does delivery. Starbucks does coffee, right? All of them have their one thing. Dropbox became huge. Apple, what did Steve Jobs do? Got rid of all the excess things that were distracting Coca-Cola, software. I mean, software, soft drinks, right? Okay, so what's your thing? These are huge companies. These are household names. You know them. Why? One thing. If you're struggling for visibility to get clients, to get leads, to get people to actually show up and take action, it's because they don't know what you stand for. They don't know what your one thing is. So, the power of singularity, I'm going to give you 8 quick reasons why you really, really, really need to get singularly focused. If you need some help with this, we're happy to help you and figure out what aspect of your business is that singular focus for you. So, why is this so important? Why is it so powerful? Well, it makes millions for companies. It increases your expertise. People go, "Oh, that's what they do." And your resources, the allocation of those, you don't have your money spread all over the place. You have a very clear brand identity, and your operations are a lot simpler. And so, what do I mean by that is you don't need to have a different type of crew over here, and a different manufacturing over here, and a different system over here, and all these different websites and people, and these different messages that you have to remember in your head. You just stay singularly focused. All right. And if you keep going on this topic, there's actually even more. So you have stronger customer relationships. They know and like and trust you. They can rely on you. You're not going to get burned out. If you've been overwhelmed, most likely you're spread too thin. And your market positioning is very, very strong. This is one of the most important things that you can have happen for your business. And it's easier to plot out your growth plan if you know, okay, this is my one thing I'm focused on. So when you realize all of that can make you a fortune, why would you start to diversify into different streams? Okay. So, how do you do this? How do you actually integrate this into your business? That's what you might be wondering. Okay. I get the concept. Okay. So, we're going to look at the roots and then we're going to look at the fruits. Okay. So, these are what I mean by some of the roots. What are the foundations of things that you can get multiple streams of income with your business? And if you look at those, you can have multiple streams in your sales, in your service, in your subscriptions, in the investments. Licensing is a great way. Affiliate and JV partners. You can have it through your courses. You can have it through consulting. These are all foundational. These are all the things that are the roots. Okay. Now, how do we get the fruits? How do we get multiple streams out of each one of these? So that's really the key. Once you know this is my foundational basis for my company, and you can have more of these along the way, as long as you're still solving for that one thing. So where do we take it from here? Okay. Multiple streams of income. I'm going to give you actual examples because this is not just theory. And this is actual examples of clients and what they have done and how they turn their business into mega companies from something very simple. This is a great example of a company that we work with, one of my favorite companies. And actually, they're all like kids, right? I love them all. But let's take a look at what happened here with Real Power. And this is really fun. And on the side, you will see all of the different streams of income we built in. All right. So we built in a membership site. They have products, there's journals, there's books, there's lead magnets that we created for them. We built an entirely new website for them that generates leads. We also built an app for them. We created an online store, and all the merchandise you see and all the branded stuff, we did all of that. All of these are multiple streams of income. And so they had some camps and then clinics. And so we magnified those. Those are not another stream of income, still serving the same thing where they do training for softball for girls. And then we added in retreats, we added in exhibits and the lessons and a sports line, creating products for the industry and sponsoring and partnerships to bring on not just partners in this, but also creating partnerships in other sporting events, right? So it doesn't just have to be softball. It can expand out to different places. So when you think about this, and they had nothing, they had a very mediocre website and a nightmare of booking calendar. That was it. So adding all of this, right? It create it's a very strong six-figure company now. It'll definitely be a seven-figure company going forward, and a multi-seven-figure company after that, because we're building the roots, and then those are adding in the fruit. Make sense? So how could you do this for your company? So what about the fruit? Where does that come from? So if we take a look at the fruit, let's look at this as some different examples of how you can grow from those roots. And this is just a smattering of things. It could be from publishing. It could be from your online presentations, your VSLs, from speaking, from webinars, doing workshops. You can have the streams of income coming from the chat. And you can also have podcasts and blitzes. If you're not familiar with blitzes, I'm going to give you an example of how that works. Okay. So this is the fruit, right? All of these different things can grow from these foundational aspects of your business. So let's take a look at different ways of expanding your business, expanding your income, and expanding your profits with different streams of media. Okay, media is a very big factor. Last year was really a strong year of video. And now it's the year of the brand. So you have to brand yourself. You have to be known for your thing. You have to have a story tied to your brand. All of this is vital for people to start trusting you. Here's an interesting statistic. People actually need 9 to 16 touches, exposures to you before they actually want to do business with you. And they need 7 hours of watching you. That's a long time, right? So we have over 275 hours of video and free training that people can watch. So we know by the time somebody is ready to have a call with us, they've had enough exposure and experience to see, okay, this is a brand I can trust. So you have to think about it. Now, if all you are doing is 30-second stories or 90-second reels, you have to put out a massive amount of those to get those 7 hours. And it's not just 7 hours, it's actually 7 hours on 4 different platforms is the average that it takes to get your audience to move forward with you. So media is important, and there's all different places, right? You can pick what is better suited for you. And let me show you here what we did is we call it multiple channels of income. One of the things that works really well is creating your own television show, whether it's a TV show or it's a more of a podcast show or a combination. These are different channels of income that you can grow through. How are you doing that now? Are you just using the platform? Or are you actually owning your media? When you own your media, that's when you really start to make a lot of money. So we do a lot with helping clients own their own TV show, how to create it, right? And then you can stream it, and you can have that kind of Netflix effect where people can actually binge watch you. So you want multiple streams, multiple channels. Speaking is another powerful way. This is an example of something we built together with a client who is a phenomenal web designer, and we needed to get her more visibility. So she started speaking, and we created the different channels for her to go out and speak and use that. So you can turn your offer, whatever it is that you do, into a talk to have more streams of income. Here's another one. Multiple blitzes of income. Okay, so this is something unique to us, and we highly encourage people to use the iconic blitz method. Let me tell you about that. That's where you blitz, like just think you want to be everywhere. You're going to go all over the place, right? And you're going to do it in a very concentrated period of time so people can get all the exposure that they need, which would normally take maybe 1 to 6 months, and you concentrate it into a very short period of time. Does it sound like it's hard? It's actually super easy. When our clients do blitzes, they say it's one of the funnest parts of their business. And everything is very structured, it's very simple and outlined. If you want to know how to do one for your business, super cool. You have to look into these, okay? So reach out to us. Just go to callconnie.com and say the reason for the call. It's 10 minutes. The reason for the call is you want to learn how to do a blitz. We can show you all the details and everything, creating the brand, the IP, all the materials, how to get people in, how to get people to buy. So does it work, right? If it doesn't work, we don't want you to do it. So the answer is yes, it works. So multiple blitzes create seven-figure businesses. But if you're just doing one, here's an example of an actual case study. A 9-day blitz, 210 new leads. You might think that's not a lot. It doesn't matter about the vanity number, right? What matters is the bottom line in green. $174,000 in 9 days. How would you like that? Some people are trying to get to $174,000 in a year, and now it's done in 9 days. Now, what if you repeated that, whether it's every month or every other month? That's how you can quickly scale your business, right? And those are multiple blitzes of income. Make sense? So these are super fun, super cool, and very simple to follow. All you have to do is let us know and we can outline exactly how that works for your business. Okay. So if you do want to know how that works, if you want one of these proven plans that I've shown you so far, and I got a few more, then all you have to do is book a call. You can go to meetconnie.com as well. We'll outline a strategy for you. You decide if you want to follow it and just go do it, or if you want our help, and then you make money. It's that simple. Those are the 3 steps. Okay. You book a call, you get a strategy, you make money. So the question is, how fast do you want to do it? Right? Okay, what else can you do? This is another powerful method for you to implement multiple streams of income, and that is multiple streams of printing. Publishing itself, like if you think of newspapers and things like that, dead. Okay, but there's other ways that you can capitalize on making more money with more printing. So it could be with a lead magnet, and that's an important way to start. Then you might have some posts that you do, or maybe you have a blog, or maybe you are on Medium, or one of the larger blogging platforms. Then you can turn that into newsletters, and people can then subscribe and pay for those, and you can have them gated. There's the free ones and then there's the paid ones. So even if you think, oh, people wouldn't pay for this, you can start off small as you're getting going. These are all excellent ways to build another stream of income, which is your email, which is a whole other show that we can do on how important email is. Just think about your email list. And if you got $1 for every name on your email list, passive income, if you have 1,500 people on your email list, on average with businesses, that equates to $1,500 a month in passive income. So that's why building a big email list is very important. And of course, books. Books will also be a great way for you to do that. And let me give you some examples on those 4 things. Okay. So lead magnets. We have a lot of books that we give out. We give like a book bundle, a Change Your Life book bundle, right? And you can take any of these examples. And so they can be physical books, it can be digital books, and you can say, hey, book a call and we'll give you the entire bundle. So if you want to book a call, you go to Call Connie, ask me a question, we'll give you the entire bundle. Soar, Think and Grow Rich, because we all need to think and grow rich, and the Power of a Wish, which is all about the 7 steps that it takes to manifest anything that you desire. Now, what else can you do? You do need something on your site, some lead magnet, some giveaway, some exchange of information. And so you can do series. Okay, we did a series called Nothing But Net. It tied into the Final 4. It was awesome, super popular. Every day somebody got a new freebie and a new gift and a workbook and videos and a whole package around that. Okay, that's another stream of income, still all based around your one singular focus. So hopefully these ideas are triggering some ideas for you. So what else could you do? You can actually publish some of your own books. I've published uh, 3 non-business books, and we have 7 business books. Okay. What could you do? How could you take advantage of that? People are like, well, can you really make money in with books? My book Soar, uh, back here somewhere, Soar has helped me make over $1 million just from that book. When people read that book, it cuts the time, right? They know after reading that, like, okay, I definitely want to work with you. And so they don't have to need as many touches and exposure because it's very concentrated. And that's the power of a book. The book itself, just so you know, is not going to make you rich. Like I get every month, I get a check from Amazon for my books, but it's not going to buy me a Birkin bag, right? It isn't that big, but it can be if you grow it, but it still makes me 7 figures from just a book. The average book makes a person $1. Okay. So it's not the book itself. Here's another thing that's very important to understand. Another stream of income you want to think about is software. Software is everywhere. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, I want to create an app. I want to make something. We tried this. I was so unhappy with the technology that was out there and the software. And I thought we can build our own. I've done it for other companies and built custom software for their business and their whole process. Wanted to do it for us. And unfortunately, the story didn't go well. The guy was a crook and ended up being chased by the FBI, and we didn't get our software then. So now here's what we did. Here's the thing about software. Software is a part of your business. And then you have to decide, is it in your business or is it going to be a bigger part of your business? And how can you turn that into something that you can benefit from? So when you look at multiple streams of software, the problem with all these different softwares, right? Have you noticed like, oh, you can buy this, especially with AI. Oh, this will do this, and this will help you with your calls, and this will help you with your appointments, and this will help you with your appointments, right? There's so many different things. The problem is you want to switch it from to everything in its place versus everything all over the place. Okay. So while software is awesome and it's super powerful and it's a necessary part of your business, the challenge is it can also be an extreme distraction. Okay. And if you're struggling with the software component, definitely let us know. Okay. This is something that we can definitely help you out with. Just book a profit and scale call. It's 10 minutes. We'll figure out exactly what is the problem you're going through and then give you a solution. Okay. So a lot of people think, oh, you can't solve something in 10 minutes. We can definitely solve this. I've been doing this 20 years and built 5 multi-million-dollar companies from scratch. So there's a formula when you're building a company. And if you don't have one, if you don't have a strategy and your whole focus right now is I got to get leads, I got to get leads, I got to get people, that tells us automatically you don't have a strategy. If you're hunting for leads, you don't have a strategy. Your leads should come as a result of a strong strategy. All right. So there's a complete difference in how you want to look at that for your business. So here's some more examples of multiple streams of software. So one of the things that we created was the funnel gallery because you need a funnel and whatever you want to call it, a process that you take your clients through, a journey for the customer to go through. And there wasn't anything good. And the websites, the landing pages, the squeeze pages that we saw were awful. And so we decided, why don't we just build them for people? Software is the thing that gets people stuck. They get so fixated on it, like, oh, I have to have a website and I have to do this. And they're not focused on doing the thing that makes them money. They get into a whole other area that they're not a specialist in. So we built a whole bunch of pages, websites, funnels, emails, everything, the whole kit and caboodle, everything you need to launch your business, to grow your business, to get clients, to get appointments, to close sales, all the funnels that you could possibly need. We just built the software for it. We started off doing it by ourselves, but I did it because I realized that was the one thing that clients weren't moving forward on. They get so far, and then it became to the point where they needed to activate and engage more digital marketing, and then they stopped growing because it's not their specialty. So we just decided to create it and give it out to our clients, and to non-clients. You don't even have to be a client. But if you want to know more about our funnel gallery, and if you don't have a site that's actually generating you leads and money, then check with us, right? Just go to callconnie.com and we can help you out. Then we decided, well, there are all these things, okay? And there's so many different ways that software can help you make more money, okay? And when we looked at all of those, okay, what is the different way that we could do that? There's so many pieces to the puzzle. And then we thought, well, it all needs to be in one, right? How do you put it all together into one simple, systemized ability to scale your business? And so what we created, the thing that we finally got to do, right, without anyone being in jail through the FBI, is we created Iconosphere. And so it's like a biosphere, okay? So it's a living, breathing organism with all the pieces that you need for your business, but they're all together, right, under one system. It's the coolest thing ever. And so you don't need different pieces that don't speak the same language or another tool to make the software speak together. This is all putting it under a simple stream of software. Okay, so you can have everything in one. We're back to the concept of singularity, and you can apply it to your software as well. So that's what's really cool. Now, here's what I call multiple levels of poverty. This is very important. Before you go, I want you to get this in your head, what not to do, and I'm going to show you what you should do. Okay, so multiple streams of poverty. This is what happens with a lot of people. They've been told this, and I'm going to say it's one of the slowest ways to make money. The old methods don't work anymore. They're so slow. What's the old method? Everybody's supposed to start with a really small product, what they literally call in the market a slow, right? So you have something free, and then you have a low ticket offer. And then once people start to buy that, then you get a mid-range offer, and then you get a high ticket offer. Okay. Why does not this process work? This doesn't work because these steps here, when you are scaling up, it's called an ascension ladder, an ascension model. People burn out too fast. They're so busy creating so many products that they burn out, and they actually never make the money. Okay. We have a rule here. If you've been in business 3 years and you haven't made $1 million, there's something wrong with your strategy. And most of the people are doing this thing, and it just doesn't work. Okay. Would you like to see what doesn't create poverty? Let me show you the real way to use multiple levels in your business, because this is how you do it. And this is why we focus. Always lead with your best foot forward, right? Always make a strong, great first impression. And so how do you do that? It's always with your best offer, your highest ticket. So let's take a look at what that looks like, okay? It's the exact opposite of what most people do. You start and lead always with your high ticket offer. What does high ticket mean? I want to be really clear on this. So we're talking $5,000 and up. Our clients don't go to the market with anything under that. And that's where you're starting, and it can go up from there. We have offers that are into the 6 figures, but you start where you start, but you lead with your high ticket offer. Then you have your mid-range offer, okay? And now you're talking maybe 500 to 5,000, right? And then you go to low ticket, right? So you see how there's a drop here? So you're dropping, then the low ticket, right? This could be where the software demos and trials come in. And then a freebie, give them a free book, or could be free tickets. It could be a free audit, okay? So this is actually the way to scale your business up, by starting with your high ticket first and then dropping down. Why? Because you're getting the best people, you're giving them the best of your business, you're building out the best reputation first, and then you can come down. This worked as a classic example with Elon Musk, right? He starts off with his Tesla sports car at $250,000 and sold a lot of those. He was trusted as a high ticket vehicle manufacturer. And so when he came out later with um, what was it, a flare gun for like $32, everybody trusted him. They're like, of course, right? But if he would have started out with that $30 product and then came out with a $250,000 product, people are like, I don't know. You haven't proven yourself. So this is a great way. If you don't have a brand and a story, start with your biggest, best foot forward, your high ticket item. You work less and you get better clients and they stay. We have clients right now this month who are on their 6th year with us, 6 years. Okay. How much is that for you when you look at the lifetime value of a client? Very, very important. All right. Is this making sense? So you want to make sure that you're very focused, right? That you don't have things pointing in all these different directions, okay? So you just have one thing. And a lot of people will say, okay, I get the how, okay? I get the what I'm supposed to do, but how do I do it, okay? If you're looking at how do I put this into play? How do I actually make this work, okay? How do I know what are all the different singularity pillars that I need to focus on to get the income without having me spinning plates like we showed in the beginning? This is called legacy consulting and mentorship. And if you're interested in learning more about that, just go to Call Connie. Be happy to give you the information that you need to see what that looks like and see if it might be for you. How do you know it's for you? It's for you if you want to speed up your success. If you want to do it on your own, no problem. We can show you all the steps and even give you a roadmap for yourself on what to do. But if you want to speed it up, then definitely ask us about legacy and how that looks, because you're really dealing with a high level mastermind. And that's, again, a version of multiple streams of income where you get a mastermind group with different people, different ideas, different concepts. And so you have that interplay and you can cross pollinate ideas from different industries. And that's what makes things work really, really well. When you're not just focused on this is what everybody in this field does, but you learn from different companies. That's the fastest way to grow and scale your business. And that is actually starting up this month in October. So, and it is just for people who want to really accelerate their business quickly, but don't have a lot of time. So, what happens next? If you really want 3 simple steps, here they are. Number 1, you book a call. Number 2, we give you a strategy. We'll actually give you the strategy that you need to get to the goal that you have, and then you make money. It's that simple. So, just go to meetconnie.com if you want to figure out what's my strategy. How do I do this? I heard about multiple streams of income and now you're telling me they don't work. Okay. They work if you're focused on the roots to get the fruit and you're not focused on multiple trees. All right. So if you do want multiple streams of support, if you want somebody helping you build your business, get to 7 figures really fast, faster than you actually think it could happen, because our focus is on using our quad system and getting you to that 7-figure mark in 1 year or less without stress, struggle, overwhelm. So you can actually spend your time doing the thing you love with the people you love and make the kind of lifestyle that you've always wanted to have. So I want to thank you for being here. You know, we go quick. And of course, every week we are here. Okay. So every week we are doing the money fix. And what that means is 30 minutes. We figure out what is your problem? What's your money problem? We'll give you a prescription and you put it into play. You got to put it into action every single week. Otherwise it doesn't benefit you. And if you need some hand holding, if you need some accountability, you want someone to show you exactly what to do, how to do it, in what order, then we are here for you. So if you're ready for that kind of growth in your business, I'd love to talk to you. Give me a thumbs up, say hello. My team is here. We want to help you have a really strong, iconic business. And until next week, put everything we showed you into action. If you need a replay, type replay, and we will get it for you. See you guys next week. And we have a really special topic, so definitely don't miss it. Have a great week and be iconic.